10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns?
Hola, good people of the internet. It's Tuesday night. It is 10 p.m., maybe 10:02 or something by now. I don't know.
10:01.
But anyway, we are your video store clerks. I am Chagmang Bannister.
Mike.
Nasty
boy. And like I said, we are your video store clerks. And this evening we have a gem. Phantasm.
Yeah, man.
Movie is this whole franchise is good. I think it's fucking out there, but it's good.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite franchises.
It's tasty. But on to our usual lineup with the news. Then we'll talk about the film. Throw a clip of the week in there. Do some ads. Let you know what we're doing next week for our Highway to Halloween. So further ado, gentlemen, let's check out some news.
Video news.
Served up on a platter. Whoa.
Are you okay? Are you all right?
Well, no, I'm not all right.
How do you-
Does it look like I'm all
Little
right?
neck pain?
Fucking head's in his hand.
Come on, you want to do a little weather forecast?
Let's do some weather.
Heads up.
That's cool.
Mike with the weather. It's raining outside.
Same
Everywhere.
It was.
I know, my fucking shit's leaking. Stupid. All right, let's start this out with the top 10 box office numbers this week. Number 10, The Long Walk, dropped off quick, $1.7 million. Last 4 weeks, it only brought in $32 million. I did see this little clip today of Stephen King walking down the street with his very, very high socks saying, make sure you go out and watch The Long Walk.
Yeah, he put that out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, you got some high ass socks on them.
Well, yeah.
Pippi. Got them long
Number
stockings.
9. Huh? Small socks.
I said, Pippi got them long stockings.
Sure does. Number 9, the dog horror movie, The Good Boy, did $2.3 million this week.
I haven't heard much about that one.
It did terrible ratings wise, like according to the tomatoes, but I don't fuck with the tomatoes.
Fuck tomatoes.
I don't
Fuck
know.
tomatoes.
What? It was that the first week it's out?
Yeah.
And it came in at number 9?
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
That doesn't sound
Yeah.
too promising for the future.
But there's not a lot out there. Like number 8, we got The Strangers Chapter 2. It did 2.8 mil this week, doing 10.6 the last 2.
I'm curious. about that.
Number 7 is the new Avatar, The Way of Water, did $3.2 million this week. I didn't realize that shit came out already.
I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yeah, we saw the trailer for it, during Weapons, I think.
Oh, really?
I don't remember.
But I didn't realize it was going to pop out that quick. Number 6, The Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, did 3.5 mil this week, doing 125 million the last 4 weeks. And number 5 is The Conjuring, The Last Rites, 4.1 mil this week, doing 168 million so far in the last 5 weeks. And all of our favorites, number 4, Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie, 5.3 mil this week, doing 21.7 the last 2.
What the hell is that even?
There's some Gabby Dollhouse cartoon shit, like I guess like Dora the Explorer type shit.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't know.
Gabby.
Won't never watch it. Number 3, which is surprising, The Smashing Machine did $6 million opening week. I thought I'd do a little better.
oh yeah.
Rock's worst opening weekend ever.
Yeah, I figured it'd do a little better. It had a lot of hype.
Ours is a
saw
decent movie.
I saw it. It's not that good.
So,
Oh, really?
It's you know, the acting's fine. It's just the way the story is put together. Like, I have all the respect in the world for Mark Kerr, Mark Coleman, the guys that paved the way for MMA, UFC, Pride, all that stuff. But I feel like the real story kind of got lost in the sauce here. You know, they were trying to focus on Mark Kerr and his struggles along the way, and it's I don't know, it just didn't resonate with me anyway. And it seemed like a lot of people were saying it was kind of boring.
too much going on.
No, I mean, it's just they focused on the wrong things. I feel like, you know, I don't know. It was weird. It was one of those ones I kind of had higher hopes for. I think Rock and Emily Blunt do a good job. You know, you got what's his name? I can't remember. Plays Mark Coleman, who's a fighter. Oh fuck, why can't I think of his name? I don't know. But the acting was fine. It was just, you know, the way that it was set up. That's my beef with it.
I hate that. I was actually kind of looking forward to seeing that, but after that review, I'm going to wait a little bit.
Think he's at least nominee worthy?
I mean, the way
Is that
the way Hollywood. Well, for me, no. For the way Hollywood goes, he'll probably get in there. I don't know if he'll get an Oscar for it or whatever, but I don't think it's one of those ones. I mean, he does a good job. It's something outside of the realm of what he usually does, so it's not bad. I mean, I don't know. His performance isn't bad.
It's not good, is what Mike's saying.
Yeah,
Did not care.
wish I don't want to hate on it because, you know, there's a lot of people involved, and like I said,
Right.
it's a
I mean, the makeup looked fucking amazing. Like Rock's transformation looked amazing.
yeah. There was times
I
where
was
I'm like
shocked.
watching it, and it's like I completely forget that it's him.
Yeah.
Right.
But then there's times like later on whenever he shaves the hair and it looks just like him. So it's like,
I'm in my
What
own
else?
movie.
yeah.
All right, number 2. One battle after another did 11 mil this week, bringing it up to 42.6 in the last 2 weeks. And y'all ready for number 1?
Number one, Stunner. What up?
Taylor Swift, the official release party of a showgirl. $34 million.
Not surprised. Chuck
And
is a big Swiftie.
This is where we're at now. This is where we're at in life, and we just have to accept
Yeah.
it. That's all. There's no getting around it. We just might as well just you know, tuck our dicks between our legs and become Swifties and just give in. Just give in. This is crazy. Taylor
why the
Swift
tuck?
has number 1.
Why the tuck?
I don't know. It just sounded like something to say.
Is that something they do? I'm not aware of the Swiftie universe where they tuck and roll.
Well,
Well,
I heard Nick Manhattan's review on the Scene Snobs.
Okay.
And he was saying something about a lot of the songs she did on there are about Kelsey's dick.
Like, I'm sorry. Okay, like, look, music films
I
being
could totally be
in theaters and
misquoting
stuff.
that, but I know I heard the word Kelsey's dick.
I know. Yeah, I don't know if it was all. I know that it was referenced at some point, you know, based off of the news I've read. But
I mean, I know that we've
cares?
had you know, throughout history we've had different movies that have been like you know, tour documentaries, whatever that have been on the big screen or whatever. But
sure,
I don't know. It's just weird that a movie couldn't have won, you know, an actual film, like fiction, like characters that are made up could have, I don't know, gotten number 1 instead of fucking Taylor Swift. Now, look, I actually have no hate on Taylor Swift. I don't give a fuck about sports, so I don't care about anything. I don't have any card in this game at all. I really don't have a problem with her. I mean, actually, I give the girl a lot of credit. I mean, she went from being just a whiny little teenager writing little whiny songs, and now she's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. And That's crazy. Now she probably did it with the help of Satan, but that's a totally different thing.
I have
Allegedly.
one card. Guess what? Draw 4.
Go fish.
Yeah.
Ooh. Old maid.
Old maid. Yeah.
We did have a death this week. Only one that I know of that stood out was John Woodbine. He was the older fella in the American Werewolf in London.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah. He was 96 years old, so he lived the full life.
Yeah. 96. There's not really too many ways that other than just natural causes.
Yes.
How did he die? He was doing that crazy skiing he always does, you know.
They said he died peaceful in his home, so it was just his time.
Death by misadventure.
Right.
Could be.
Life.
Death by stereo. And birthdays.
Well, wait a minute. Before we get into the good stuff, let's it's still in the bad area. I just saw earlier today that that Dolly Parton is not doing good health-wise.
Oh,
yeah, her
pretty
sister's been. Yeah, saw a thing about the part of the same thing. Her sister was saying that she was up all night or whatever because she couldn't sleep because worrying about her or something, taking care of her. So that's not good. Yeah.
Yeah, they just recently closed the amusement parks for good. So no more Dollywood amusement park.
Oh,
and,
damn.
No shit.
Unfortunately, she's not doing well health-wise. So hope she pulls through because Dolly Parton's the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of respect for Dolly Parton. And that sucks. I used to go to Dollywood as a kid with my family all the time, man. Had probably one of the creepiest rides where you were going through a tunnel. It was like full of water. You were going through a tunnel, and there's all these like old school guys like in black and white jail outfits, like mining and shit. It was creepy as hell, but it was also really funny. And somebody ended up getting bitten by a snake or something, like a poisonous snake, while they were on it. And they had to close that ride down. Yeah, it's crazy.
Weird.
Yeah, not when I was there. It just was later on. But I always loved that ride. It was always great because it freaked the fuck out.
And many people work that 9 to 5.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, man, that sucks.
That does suck.
Yeah.
Well, the birthdays this week that stood out is Dylan Baker turned 66 years old. You know who Dylan Baker is? He was in the Trick or Treat with Sam. He was the crazy guy feeding out the poison candy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You got Omar Benson Miller, turned 47. He's most recognizable in Ballers, which I'm sure you haven't seen, but he was also in 8 Mile.
Well, I've seen 8 Mile.
He's been in a lot of other shit. He was one of Rabbit's friends, the taller black dude, the heavy set guy, the puffy jacket.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about then. Yeah.
He's been in a lot of shit. And then also twins' birthdays. Sean and Aaron Ashmore both turned 46 years old. Sean Ashmore is Iceman in the X-Men movies. And then Aaron Ashmore played Jimmy Olsen in Smallville.
Oh, okay.
Those are the ones that stuck out. I didn't realize they were twins forever. I thought it was just the same fucking kid and everything.
Twins. They're twins.
They're babies.
And you can't forget another birthday. Our homegirl, Michelle Emilio.
Oh, yes. Michelle Emilio. I was actually going to say that too, but I forgot to write it down because I was doing 30 things at one time.
That's all right. I remembered.
My man.
Happy birthday to Michelle. You know, we've talked about her, Tamara, those guys. They have their own channel. You can check it out. Michelle Emilio on YouTube. They do all kinds of spoof videos. They have a lot of fun. So check that out.
I've been over on the wrong channel this whole time. And
there's
chats.
There's Tamara. Speaking of the devil. So yeah, what's up, Tamara? And happy birthday. Let Michelle know.
Birthday.
Oh, she's coming. I saw that about Dolly. I love her. Positive vibes for real. Chick Plow. Speaking of the devil, and Michelle's birthday today.
We did not forget. Chad did, but I remembered. So
I didn't forget, but I forgot. Like I knew, but I didn't know. Yeah. That's what I'm sticking with. All right. So there's not much news. There's some news I skipped over because it was just dumb. Mm-hmm. But so studio bankruptcy could stop Marvel from doing season 2 of Eyes of Wakanda, which I didn't know there was a season 1 of Eyes of Wakanda because I don't really pay attention to Disney or Marvel shit anymore.
Mm-mm.
Then I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon film is doing a sequel called Chrome Alone 2 Lost in New Jersey. So it's going to be a Turtles and a Home Alone mashup.
What?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Are they gonna have Kevin McAllister in it?
I don't know.
That'd be funny.
There's a lot
That'd
of
be
questions
funny.
there.
Wet Bandits.
Is this the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that like the animation really blows?
Like the
And they're-
Nickelodeon shit, like the one they just had that last movie.
Was it the same way? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
I'm just ready for Ronan to come out. Fuck everything else.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Yep.
fun little mid bit here.
Mid-bid.
Whatever. Words.
Tidbit.
Megapint.
Ridley Scott shares his thoughts on the state of Hollywood.
Yeah, I saw that.
Quote saying most of it is shit.
Yeah.
He said he actually gone back and started rewatching some of his films, and he's like, "Holy shit, I make some pretty good movies."
Well, that remains to be seen, but
What?
I mean, he's got good movies, yeah.
He,
But
he said he went back and rewatched Black Hawk Down, and he's like, "I can't believe I fucking made this."
I was gonna say, what's wrong with Ridley Scott movies?
Yeah, I have no beef with Ridley.
I think I have a beef with everybody. I don't know. There's some movies that he's done just like, but I mean, he's not really wrong. I mean, but I do think that when it comes down to horror, we've gotten a lot better. But overall, he's not wrong. Movies are kind of
Yeah, he just said it's all mediocrity now. He's like nothing stands out, and then whenever something does, it hits really good. So,
Which Alien movie did he make?
you are welcome.
No problem.
Which Alien movie did he make?
He did the first one, right? Cameron did the other one, didn't he?
Yeah. Did he have anything to do with Romulus?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Don't know.
I was trying to think of some movies. I know there's some because I was looking at it earlier and I was like,
that was that what that guy Fede Alvarez or something like that.
okay. I don't know what I'm talking about then.
He did Prometheus. No, yeah, he did Prometheus.
Prometheus, okay. Okay.
But yeah, Gladiator, fucking
Ugh, gross.
Thelma and Louise,
Oh, snap!
Well, okay.
American
I love
Gangster,
you, Louise.
American
what?
American Gangster,
That's some good shit.
Yeah,
Story-
okay.
Story was a little off. but that
Blade
was a good-
Runner.
Okay. I eat my words. I don't know what the fuck I was talking
Eat
about.
'em.
Nom, 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 nom.
G.I. Jane.
All right, now
Wait, let's move on.
spit those words back out, Chuck. Spit those words back out.
I don't want to get.
Well, that is the news for the evening.
Oh, cool.
So let's dive into the monasterium.
It's time. It's time.
Oh.
All right. It's spooky season.
Beta
We're
time.
on
Wait.
the highway to Halloween. And this week, what are we cooking up, Chad? Mine.
We got Phantasm.
Fantastic.
Came out March 28th, 1979 with a runtime of 89 minutes. Budget of $300,000, rather cheap.
Low.
Made $22 million at the box office.
Good return.
Written and directed and story by Don Castorelli. And it's funny because he only filmed this movie on the weekends because he could get the camera on Monday because he rented everything. He only got charged for one day and didn't have to bring it back to him Monday. So he got it on
Smart.
Friday, brought it back Monday. Just so he could pay one day and film for two.
Yeah, it's smart. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it takes longer to get something done, but I mean, you
Yeah.
got to do what you got to do.
It's
You know,
cheap.
I think they said he was only like 22 years old when he filmed this.
yeah,
I
he
think it's
wasn't that
one of the
old.
first things he ever did.
Yeah.
And it's fucking like up there in the iconic, legendary horror trilogy. I just love fucking the car.
Love fucking.
Love fucking.
Tall Man and Reggie's 3-barrel gun at some point is pretty cool. But that's
Yeah.
it. But yeah, franchise as a whole, you know.
I mean, it's starring Bill Thornberry as Jody. Then you got A. Michael Baldwin as Mike. Hey, Mike. Then Reggie Bannister playing Reggie. And Angus Scrimm as the tall man. Rest in peace, sir.
Hell yeah, man. I was lucky enough years ago at Scarefest to sit in on the Phantasm panel to be able to witness that. And they actually called Angus. I was really disappointed because I had my arm tattoos and I got Angus right over here, upside down or whatever.
Can you hold that up? Oh, I know you've shown them before. I wanted to see it. There you go. Nice.
Yeah. And I wanted to show Angus because he was supposed to be there, but that's when he started getting sick. And I got to show Reggie and his wife Gigi, and not Gigi, right? And they thought it was really cool. And he took I think she took a picture of it actually with her phone. But later on during the panel, Don Cascarelli actually called Angus on the phone, and man, you could tell he was sick. He was so it was hard to hear him. Yeah, but dude, he didn't skip a beat. He repeated just about every iconic line as the tall man. Angus loved that character, and I don't know. I'm honored to be able to hear it was like his last public speaking thing. So
sure.
And
Well,
unfortunately he passed away
like
afterwards.
He was only 6'4", but they made his suits like 6 times smaller, and then they gave him fucking like real big heeled shoes, so he was even taller. I think it added an extra 3 to 4 inches.
Boy.
Yeah.
So he was like 6'7", 6'8" by the time they got all that shit done to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty wild. Because he definitely looks very lanky.
Oh yeah. That was smart on them too, because it does make him look way bigger than he is.
Right. And they definitely knew how to make the images bigger than they are on the old Filmaroo.
Yeah. These movies are you either love them or you hate them. There's no in between. You know what I mean? Some people just don't get it. They're like, I don't. And granted, the series, franchise as a whole,
shit gets crazy.
It's kind of a mix up, and it becomes almost something that Troma could do.
I'd say it's more of a sci-fi horror type shit.
Oh, it's definitely a sci-fi horror from how it ends up being. Definitely,
yeah.
The thing is, in my opinion, it's a B movie. It's that people kind of get thrown off because it seems more of like a for the budget of $300K, it seems a lot nicer than you would think. So I think a lot of people, whenever they think of B movies, they think it really cheap looking, really cheesy looking, and this looks pretty clean, for the budget. Yeah. So it kind of throws people off. They're like, "What the fuck's going on here? This is out there. Like everything, there's a lot of weird edits in the first one, and shit's all over the place, and it's weird if you're just kind of like trying to look at it from a certain perspective. But if you go in and you're just going for the pure entertainment value, then you're gonna have a good time.
Definitely. Yeah.
Now, Chad, were you at the convention whenever we met Angus?
No.
Okay. Because I know Dave was there.
I was. I think wasn't that the year that you guys went and got Robert Englund, and I think I got stuck working.
Probably. Yeah. It sounds about right down in Baltimore.
Yeah, because I remember Dave brought me back the 8x10 of Robert Englund.
Yeah. So you met Angus.
Yeah. Here we go. Let me cue this.
Super nice. Oh, look at that shit.
Oh, young Mikey.
Yeah, very young Mikey. Man, that's awesome. That
was definitely
he was a nice motherfucker, wasn't he?
Super nice. Yeah. It's funny whenever you see these guys that play characters in film or TV, and they're so menacing, and then you meet them in real life, and it's just like Angus is a complete sweetheart of a guy. So
that's all I've ever heard. You never hear bad shit about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. It's like the same way with Mosley and Sid Haig.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Reggie. I met Reggie years ago as well.
Super nice. Super nice.
I wonder how he's doing and holding up now. I know he was sick there like last year.
He just had a birthday, I think, and the picture I saw that was posted, he looked all right, but you could tell that he's been through the ringer lately. So it's kind of You know?
I mean, he is like 70 something.
Yeah, but he's hanging in there, man. Especially with all the
Maybe.
shit that he's dealt with the last couple of years. Yeah, he's
Right.
hanging in there.
Almost. He's 80. He just turned 80, September
Yeah,
29th.
80.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think earlier in the year they were saying he was doing a home hospice.
Mhm.
That mentally he was still there, but his body was failing. So
Yeah.
they didn't have any kind of time frame of how long things would go or not. But they were, I know they had put out an address saying, hey, he'd love to hear from the fans and everything like that, because he always loved meeting people at the conventions and everything like that. So, yeah.
Well, I hope he's doing better.
Yes. Best wishes to the
Best
rest.
wishes, definitely.
Sure. For sure. Because he steals this franchise after this one.
Yeah.
I've always wanted I wish there could have been a Reggie and Ash team up movie. You know what I mean? Because they're both very similar.
I think they've
they're
talked
very
about
similar. It would have been cool. It would have been really cool.
Yeah.
The tall man ends up teaming up with the Deadites, and Reggie and Ash end up being that duo that kind of hate each other but end up loving each other at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
I could see
all
it,
those little minions.
Yeah, yeah.
You could do Ash and Reggie versus Tall Man and Slender Man.
There you go.
Right.
Because I mean, there's definitely similarities to the more modern stuff. Especially going back and watching. What's that?
Let's say even throw the Babadook in there.
The Babadook.
No.
Ew.
That movie sucked.
But yeah, going back to the second film, immediately you think, if you've seen Supernatural, you're like, oh, these guys totally ripped off Phantasm too, because with the car and just them hunting down these otherworldly creatures and monsters and everything like that. It's just you would think, hey, like as soon as they roll, whatever they get all geared up in the second one, and then they roll up into the cemetery with the Hemikuda. I'm like, dude, this is fucking Supernatural. They straight up stole this shit.
And it's black.
Yeah. The car.
That car's so sweet though.
Yeah.
It's hard to come by a good looking 71 Cuda. Ah, so good. Now, the one thing that always stuck out with me in this movie was the spheres.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were fucking amazing. I mean, this movie was rated X in some places, all because of the one scene where the ball drilled through that guy's head, and then all the blood was squirting everywhere. I think I got a picture back behind me somewhere on the realm.
My tattoo's behind you, or it was.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that was the one thing. The fun thing about this franchise, the history with me in this franchise, is I saw the second one first when I was younger, and my kid's mom would constantly talk about Phantasm because her dad, I guess, her and him watched it when she was younger and all that shit. And I was like, I really need to watch this first one. Like, I vaguely remember the second one. I remember there being these balls that drilling people's heads and shit. And it just so happened that the place that we were living at, there was a Blockbuster going out of business down the street. And so they were selling everything. And it just so happened that they had DVDs that were just, there was no case to it, just DVDs. And there was a whole row of them of nothing but just Phantasm discs for $1. And I was like, shit, yeah. And I watched that shit and I fell in love with it, man.
I'd buy that for $1.
real shit.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not? I on principle, if I would have been able to,
There it is. We just passed it.
I kind of got bitched at about it, but I really wanted to buy more than just one, just on principle. But I was told no. But yeah. But yeah, no. Yeah.
I think I'm in the same boat as you, Chuck. I don't think I saw the original first. I can't remember if I saw the second or third one first because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
But definitely not the first one because 79 before my time. But yeah, it was probably some Up All Night, Monster Vision or something like that I caught it, and it just caught my eye, and yeah, the spheres just stand out. You're just like, especially in the first couple films, because you just don't really know what the deal is with them. They're mysterious. And then when they show up, it's like they plow into somebody's head and drill out the blood. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm talking about the later ones, the spheres. Was it the third one? What's that one called?
What, Lord of the Dead?
Lord of the Dead. Yeah. I think that's the one with the scene with like the whole room.
The whole room form. Yeah, that's where they went overboard. In my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was about how I would look at it when they did that Cult of Chucky movie. It's like, come on now, there's too many Chuckies. Like, it's kind of cool. There's only one or two of those spheres flying around. It makes it scarier. There's just a few of them. But now you got a bunch of them. So there's no way of getting around that.
Right. Like, it'd be a crazy ass thing to imagine going to like a funeral home or whatever, and then just walking down this dope ass hallway that's nothing but marble and fucking just seeing a little fucking silver ball go flying around. Scare the shit out of you.
That would be kind of terrifying. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this? And then see the little fucking goblins come running after you.
It's bad because after I sunk my teeth into this franchise, every funeral I've gone to, every funeral home that I'm in, there is a moment where I'm just looking around. I'm like, all right, I need to see what this funeral director looks like. I need to see
where's the exit.
I need to know how short the people are that are helping him. Like there's always that moment because I've been to a couple of them that there's similarities. You know what I mean?
See, that's the one thing I hate about the franchise is these little Jawa creatures.
They're sand people.
Yeah. I think the same thing.
That's all I could think. Whenever I was a kid and I saw this, I was like, they're fucking Jawas, from Star Wars, and so I was never a big fan of those. I was like, these are goofy. It goes back to the Mike Leisure. I hate small monsters theory. Or
I thought you were going to quote wrestling again.
The doctrine. The doctrine for me is I hate small monsters. I'll give Chucky a pass and maybe Leprechaun because they're entertaining. But if it's something I can just fucking kick away, it doesn't scare me. So
I mean, they were a little bigger though. They were at least waist high, maybe a little taller.
Nothing. I'm not afraid of them. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
What you talking about?
No,
but it's just the beginning of this movie really sets the tone about how weird it's going to be, though, because you got some dude in the graveyard getting laid, and then she fucking kills dude and like turns into Angus.
Yeah,
it's
like,
terrifying. What the fuck kind of weird shit? Like it definitely sets.
It was ahead of its time.
You're in for a weird ride.
He got a weird ride.
He sure did.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, just fucking stabs him.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? But then you got Jody and Mike, the brothers. I guess Jody just gets out of the army because their parents die. Yeah. So he's forced to take care of his little brother.
And then creeps around and fucking follows him everywhere he goes.
Everywhere. Like he's a fucking little gnat.
Yeah.
And then all because he figures that Jody's going to be leaving again and he doesn't want him to. And then he overhears him talking to the one dude as for some reason fucking Mike's fixing Jody's car. Which I never understood. I'm like, what the fuck? Like work on
because
your own
he's talking about Mike while Mike's under the car, right? So Mike can hear him.
Yeah.
I'm like wait a minute. Like, he's in the room.
Yeah. Like, he's right there behind you.
He's 6 foot away from you. There's nothing else going on. He can hear you.
The thing that I always wondered that never like continued on in the franchise was the grandma, the fortune teller grandma. What happened there?
I don't even know. Like that whole scene's goofy too, because you don't know if she's like legit, because you can see the box appear and disappear, but then she starts laughing like she's full of shit and she just scammed this kid.
But that's
she has
supposed
like
to be
a 13-year-old like daughter that has a star tattoo on her face.
Well, they both had stars on their face, somewhere. I don't know if that's part of some
like a
cult
gypsy thing.
Yeah. But there's not really any explanation. There's not really any reason. And like they could have honestly, when it comes down to it, they could have actually taken all of that out. But as we know how it all ends up going, it kind of doesn't matter.
89 minutes. You need another 10 minutes of footage. You got to make it a little longer.
Well, I always thought because the box appears and disappears and everything like that, and she's kind of a soothsayer, a fortune teller, can see things, and is always right. That at some point her powers were going to kind of go up against Tall Man's powers,
Right.
Yeah, but
because now is she supposed to be the grandmother of them, or they just call her grandma?
I don't know. Like, I think
Well,
she's just the grandmother of the girl, but I don't. Are the
because is your grandmother here?
Yeah.
And then old dude.
I was going to say that would help the story along because if it's like in the bloodline where Mike has the powers that the grandmother does, and that's why Tall Man's after him because he has.
Well, it wasn't their grandmother.
That's what I'm saying. It would make more sense if it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because if she was a fortune teller and knew shit, then why did the granddaughter not know not to go to the goddamn funeral home?
Yeah, and that was a weird thing.
And that's a random scene because she's okay. There she is. She opens the door and then screaming,
and then gone. And then you never hear anything about her or the grandmother ever again.
It's this movie is a very Lucio Fulci-esque vibe kind of to it because you know how I love Fulci films, right? Love me some Fulci films. And it just so happens that some of the ones that I love don't make a lick of sense in some ways. And this movie has those moments where you're like, what? Like, I don't.
Funny of this.
And it just kind of has that kind of feel to it, but nothing that really takes away from it though.
I'm slacking because it was back on the other screen. They need to fucking do a better layout on this thing so you can see everything.
Sure.
Such a creative concept, yes. Very, very dope ass concept.
Especially back in 1979. Yeah. or the
We're
dinks
all in
from
agreement.
the dinks from Spaceballs.
I was sitting there going ding 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 ding.
But from all the comments and stuff that I've seen, because it's like one of those things where I go and look at the reviews to see what other people thought, and for the most part, people love this franchise. But it's like we said, there's certain people that just don't get it, and that's fine,
right.
But the people that saw this back in 1979, a lot of them consider this to be like one of the scariest movies they ever saw.
Yeah.
So it's like, today's standards, obviously, if you're a younger viewer and you go back and watch it, you're like, that's not that scary. But back in 79, this is some shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like how we talked about last week with Black Sabbath, how this is a time period. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
What people were used to is way different because they weren't used to a lot of the shit they seen.
Yeah. So when you put yourself in the shoes of back when it came out, I mean, think about it. I mean, it's kind of there's really gritty scenes, gritty moments. The movie's kind of shot kind of gritty anyway. There are creepy moments, especially that time period, and the score.
Yeah.
That and the thing is, there's an old classic rock song, and I can't remember what it is now. Is it a Foreigner song? I don't know, but there is a moment in this song that it's almost like it's like a little interlude at the end that it is the Phantasm, like it's that whole thing in the middle of the song. I can't remember. Like I have to go back to that, but like every time it came on the radio or whatever, I'm always like that's Phantasm. That's fucking Phantasm. I don't know. The chicken or the egg came first, but it's and the thing is, it's a very popular classic rock song. It's either by Foreigner or Bad Company or either.
I'm almost ready to say Bad Company.
It might be Bad Company. God damn it. Anyway, but yeah, like the score is great, and it's just I don't know. The Tall Man is such a simple but not simple, unique kind of character that kind of intrigues me and always has, and I think that's one of the reasons why it has the love that it gets, in the horror community.
Yeah. For the score, we got to shout out Fred Merow and Malcolm Seagrave. Those are the masterminds behind the 1979 score.
Oh yeah.
You owe me a Coke.
Yeah. I'm off sugar.
Me too.
No, but at the beginning there wasn't just one graveyard sex scene. There's another one.
Yeah.
So there's two graveyard sex. Well, almost a sex scene, which is another creepy thing because he goes to the bar to hang out and fucking Jody takes his car to the bar, goes in there and starts macking on this chick, and then you fucking see Mike just hanging outside the window like,
super creeper.
Yeah.
what's going on?
The best is when he follows him to the graveyard and he's watching them getting on, and like,
Yeah.
you see the shot of the tits, and then you see it cuts to Mike, and he's like, "Wow," and then Jody's like, "Wow."
Like, doesn't Jody have pieces of like clothing in his mouth when he's like, "What?" Like, he's like,
whenever, because the fucking Jawas try to get Mike, and he comes screaming, running by. And he's like, "Oh, that's my little brother. I'll be right back." He's got
He's like, I gotta go check this shit out.
Panties or something in his mouth.
But it may have saved his life at that moment.
It did. The lady in lavender was about to,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Is it? It's tall man morphed into a lady. That's fucking.
It's tall man's night job.
He's like funeral parlor director during the day, streetwalker by night.
Wait, so it's almost like the movie Angel?
Perhaps
there's an angle I don't want to go with this movie at all.
Yeah, but I always thought it was funny too how like Mike's always just like creeping around and just spying on everybody at this funeral home anyway. He didn't really have any reason to, and then he sees fucking tall man whenever he sneaks there for like his brother's friend's funeral or whatever. Then he sees tall man just grab the casket and just kind of like toss it on in there, and he's like, "There's some weird shit going on at that funeral home, man."
Well, okay, at least that part. Whenever he shows up on the dirt bike to the cemetery, like that, he had a reason there, because I think they said that he had nightmares after the parents died or something like that, and that's why they didn't bring him to the funeral. Yeah, so he snuck away because he wanted to come to the funeral, and he was watching from afar. And then once everybody leaves, that's when he sees the tall man just grab the casket and toss it in there.
I love that scene because it reminds me when I was a kid, and like, me and my friends would go and walk around town all the time. But we always end up at the cemetery, and like we'd be kind of like way from the far, and we'd like watch funerals and stuff like that. But it's always that curiosity, like it really captures that curiosity of youth. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know. And then it's like, and you always, when you're that young and you're hanging out in cemeteries for whatever reason, you're always kind of hoping to get a glimpse of something weird. And in this, we actually have it to where he does, and he gets more than his eye worth. Because that would be a weird scene to see as an adult. As a kid, man, that'd be fucking weird. It's like, there was like 6 people carrying this thing out, and now that guy just picks it up like it's a fucking brick and just throws it in there.
Right? Yeah, because Jody don't believe
that's not normal.
He's like, I picked that thing up. Like, I know you're not telling the truth. Like, that thing was heavy. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But then he fucking has the balls to sneak into the fucking place and kick out the basement window. And he's fucking running around there. Then he has to hide in that casket and shit. And then it's like he's almost caught. And then he's not. Yeah. And then he's still running around the fucking place. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this kid's ballsy. And then he almost gets caught by the tall man and runs back out and gets attacked by little gnomes.
Yeah.
Fucking Jawas.
But that scene was pretty funny though, because he got. I thought they were going to like steal his shoes whenever he was trying to climb out of the fucking thing.
He needs special shoes.
Special shoes. Always ride my bike through the cemetery.
Yeah, that's what me and my friends used to do.
He loves it.
Walk, ride. I mean, it's such a peaceful place. I used to go to the cemetery in the town I grew up in, and just read and write. And it was just so peaceful. I didn't have to worry about bullshit, except for the one time. There was an incident behind the cemetery with rocks being thrown, but I couldn't see who was throwing them. There was nobody there. It was weird. There was a whole thing. I won't get into it, but it was weird.
I live on a dead end street, and there's at the top of my street where the dead end is a cemetery, and that's where we filmed some of our short that we did last year for the Con Air project.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See,
now I wouldn't.
Cemeteries are great.
Now, I wouldn't advocate driving a dirt bike around a cemetery like Mike was doing.
No.
That's a little disrespectful, Michael.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
No, the one other thing I always loved in this too was whenever the tall man's chasing him and shit, and he like slams the door and his fucking gets his fingers and he chops him off. And then they just start wiggling around. And then he fucking is like, well, I'm just going to keep one. I'm like, what?
Well, that's one of the first things we see, because we just see the tall man in general. He's just very menacing. He's very creepy. But now you have this interaction where he gets injured for the first time, and there's instead of blood coming out,
it's honey mustard.
It's honey mustard. Wow. Chicken nuggets.
Yeah, right. But it was it reminds me of Halloween 3.
Mm-hmm.
When you first see them get hurt and all that orange yellow shit's spewing out of them.
What is that?
Yeah, that shit's just funny. And then he takes it back home and shows fucking Jody, and he's just like, "Look, I have it in this box." And then he opens it up, and he's like, "All right, I believe you." Yeah, no shit.
That better not be a dick in the box.
Dick in the box.
And then it transforms into some little creature.
Oh, that shit's so good.
I love that.
Turns into a giant fly or whatever. And he has it wrapped in his shirt, and he's like,
"Quick, the garbage disposal."
Like, how much acid was Don Coscarelli eating? How much weed was he smoking?
Well, he said he came up with this movie because he had a dream that he was in a big mausoleum with real marbly walls, and he would just walk down and he was getting chased around there with a sphere. That's how he pretty much came about this whole fucking idea.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
Which makes sense for this movie.
Yeah.
These movies. Yeah, definitely. And also going back to the cemetery thing though, it's one of those movies. It's kind of like Night of the Living Dead. It's up there with Night of the Living Dead, but it comes down to that fear of cemeteries. You know what I mean? It really it really dives into that whole fear of being in a cemetery and the weird shit, and it totally takes a different approach when you're thinking. You're in a cemetery and you're kind of scared. Your first weird thought is the dead's gonna rise, or see ghosts and shit like that or whatever. But in this case, you get little Jawas and a big tall guy who always looks angry. Boy.
Going back to the giant fly scene, though, that's just funny whenever Reggie comes in there and they think they already kill it. Then they realize they didn't. Then they do it again, and he's like, "What the fuck was that?"
Welcome to the party, Reg.
Yeah, it's a very trippy movie. One thing I actually want to mention because we're kind of going whatever, but one thing I love about this movie, right, and that's fine. One thing I love about this movie is
the old format,
the musical, right? The musical moment between Reggie and Jody. I love it because how many fucking movies have you seen where they're not really playing and you can tell they're not really playing and it looks like shit and it makes the whole scene unrealistic. I love it because they're actually playing. They're actually playing the guitars and singing and shit. I just love that scene. I'm a sucker for that shit.
The scene the part of that scene that annoys me is fucking Jody's hat.
Totally.
He's wearing a fucking Rolling Stone shirt with a fucking, I don't even know, a 1930s dome cone fucking whatever hat.
That was kind of a style though. But I'm with you though. God damn it. Sorry. Move, Bruiser.
Damn it, boy. But no, that's I think that's kind of a credit to Bill Thornberry and Reggie Bannister, because it's Bill is a professional singer songwriter. He's worked as a songwriter for 20th Century Fox out in LA for a while, and so these guys are real musicians. So I think they knew that and kind of want to incorporate that into the film. Coscarelli kind of saw that. It's okay, you guys actually know how to play music. Let's throw that in there because, one of the things is it's not just a coming of age story for this young boy, Mike, who, like I said, he's coming into his own. But at the same time, it's not like Breakfast Club and all these other things where it's I'm going to detention and going through all these life things. He's dealing with otherworldly creatures and death and all this crazy shit. So it's a big step forward. But I think one of the main themes is brotherhood and family, and it goes throughout the franchise and just that bond they have between the brothers.
Even though one's trying to leave the other one.
No, we can't hear you.
Subtitles.
I'll be right back.
Dun dun dun.
Don't say you'll be right back.
Famous last words. No, but they did pretty good there in that scene too. I did like that. But then like a little breakdown whenever they just kind of like stop and then look at each other and they're like, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, because they've sat around and jammed with
Oh,
each
yeah.
other before, so it's like, okay,
That shit reminded me of like me and my old roommates whenever I was back in my 20s.
Speak, Chuck.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Again.
Excellent. Sorry, my dog decided he was going to walk all over my cords, and I knew that was getting ready to happen. I wanted to say also about the guitar playing scene, all that stuff. Couple of things. One, it kind of reminds me of Cheech and Chong for some reason. He just gets out, he just gets out of the truck and he just walks over there and he's like, "Hey man, you working on anything new? All right." And they just start playing this cool little jam, But it also reminds me of like, again, being a kid and going to my buddy's house and getting dropped off, having the guitar, the old 6-string, and they're on the front porch playing bass or some shit, whatever, and just jamming around. It may seem small, but it's actually like something I really, really love about this movie.
What's great is fucking Reggie pulling up in his ice cream truck.
Yeah.
And then he's fucking got his guitar just like strapped into like a little side pocket on the outside of it.
Yeah, man.
Driving around and he fucking gets out and grabs it.
Which Reggie has albums out.
Does he?
He is. Oh yeah. I kind of wish I would have bought one. They had a couple of his CDs when I met him. Yeah, he's just a old hippie blues kind of guy. Like, yeah, he's not too shabby, man. It's some good stuff.
But then you get the scene that you don't know is going to come into play later, but it does whenever he pulls out his tuning fork and fucking hits it and puts it up against his guitar. And then later on, they go back to that and reference it whenever they find the fucking silver poles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was
so weird.
I've
never actually been around anybody that actually use those on their
tuning fork.
I had one when I was a kid, but I never fucked with it.
Yeah, but I mean, I did too. But you know what I used it for? Tink, bang, tink. Like my dad had all kinds of weird shit like that. And is all
you got to do it on glasses.
Yeah,
we'll shatter them bitches.
Yeah, we'll.
No, then later on, it's funny because like once they finally like realize like, okay, this shit's fucked, and then you see them both strap up with some guns and then they just fucking dip out to the fucking funeral home. And then they're in that car shooting on the way there. Fucking little gnome guys are like driving behind them and then they start chasing each other and then they start shooting at each other. And they have the hearse and then realize that like nobody's in there but some little fucking minions.
Nobody's driving the car.
I don't think people really take into account how much of a comedy these movies can be. There's so many moments where it's like, that's pretty goofy. You know what I mean? But it works, And the fucking gnome things. I'm kind of with Mike on that. That it took me a while to be okay with them because I was just like, I just want to punt them all. But I mean, but also the thing is though, because small creatures and whatever are like, but it also was kind of terrifying because if you get enough of them around you, like that's a bit much. That's a little that is kind of scary actually, a little bit. But
they'll take you to yogurt.
Yeah,
yogurt. The wise.
I mean, that's a pretty big scene though too. Because whenever you first see that the little gnome guys are people that they had in the funeral home, but they're just shrunk down, and now they end up helping the tall man.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's the reveal, because once the car crashes and they go over and look, and it's Tommy's face. Is that the brother that died, Tommy? I can't remember that.
The friend that died?
No, the first brother. Wasn't that another brother? Or was it a friend?
It was a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just a guy that Mike and Reggie, Jody and Reggie went to high school with, I think. Like one of their friends.
Anyway, you see his face, and they're like, "What the fuck? Why is he only like 3 feet tall now?"
Yeah.
So we get a little bit more of this background where they're peeling back the layers and kind of exposing some more information about these creatures and the tall man and what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. But then you fucking get Jody that's going to go back over there. Then he ends up just saying, "Fuck you, Mike. Like, I'm going to throw you in this bedroom and lock you in here."
Oh my gosh.
And then you get the fucking greatest scene ever when fucking Mike tries to break out of his bedroom, and he has a thumbtack, a shotgun shell, and a hammer.
Fucking
So he's like, "How the fuck can I do this?" So he puts the fucking thumbtack on the back of the fucking shotgun shell and then tapes it to the hammer and then just goes up to the door and he's like, whack.
Ow.
It's a fucking hammer gun. It's a fucking hammer gun. Oh. Tamara and Michelle.
Oh, shit.
Munchkins.
They might be. They just need the brown cloak.
We'll see at the next convention.
Yeah, the next convention. Do a little cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
Carry around some spheres.
But
yeah, it's like the longest workaround to getting out of a room, like ever. Like, because you like whenever he locks him in there, he just jams like a screwdriver or something in the door. Yeah. And I think Mike kicks the door, and if you look at the scene, there's already a hole where Mike kicked it, like down at the bottom with his foot. Like he put, so obviously it's not like it's not this super, it's not steel door or anything like that.
No, it's one of them like hollow ones.
Yeah, you could have one kicked it open. Two, took the hammer
hole
and just pounded off the freaking doorknob. But this kid just decided, all right, let's fucking like make some kind of bullet hammer gun thing.
Yeah, go big, right?
I mean, I want to know where he got the shotgun shell. Like, I know they had the shotgun there, and then they had the what did he say? The army issued Colt will stop anything. I'm like, apparently not. Apparently not.
Yeah, they need to just, Jody just needs to give up on telling Mike not to tag along because he's always every time he puts him over in that antique shop. He comes back, he locks him in his room. He finds a way out, and it's like, just let him come along. It's like later on in what was it, part 3, whenever that little kid Tim, is always finding a way to catch up with Reggie.
Reggie pays so much money for that place to take care of this kid, and the kid ends up in the goddamn like back of the car.
Yeah, the woman's just like, huh?
The kid is like the real life like he's like the more intense version of that kid from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with the fucking cowboy getup. Except he's got real shit.
Mike TV.
What always cracked me up too is after they get that little gnome guy, once they get the dead gnome guy or whatever, and then they take him back to the house, and then they're like, they call Reggie to bring your truck. So they just store this little fucker in the truck.
Yeah, right. He's not gonna get all over my ice cream, is he?
I'm like, what the fuck? That's a good idea for Halloween. We will be dwarf lurkers.
Oh yeah,
that's what they're called.
That's really what they're called.
Dwarf lurkers.
Dwarf lurkers.
I can get behind it.
I dig it. I like Jawas better.
Yeah, but just
copyright gimmick infringement.
Yeah,
we're Star Wars fans, Chuck.
But they're I know, and it's okay. I don't judge too hard. But they look so goddamn similar. Like it's just, but whatever. I don't. Again, I love this franchise so much. It's tattooed on me, so I'm not talking shit. I love me some Phantasm. Fuck Star Wars, but yeah.
Wow, cold.
Sorry, guys. Fuck you, George Lucas.
Hey, that's crazy talk.
I'm sorry, Georgie.
No, but then fucking
Indiana Jones was good.
Yeah. Oh, you meant the actual Indiana Jones, not the Colts quarterback. Got it.
He doesn't know.
I know. That's why it's funny. No, but then like Reggie's driving home or whatever, or going somewhere in his fucking truck, and then he starts hearing like the growling and pounding. And next scene, like Mike and what's her name, Susie or whatever the fuck, they like leave the antique shop and they're starting to go to the thing, and then they just see like the ice cream truck sideways. And I'm like, how the fuck did he tip it sideways? Like it's just fucking there, and he's gone. So then they think he's fucking dead too.
Well, I think the way that an ice cream truck is like, especially that one is built, there's so much more weight on the end of it, and like maybe
I don't know.
I don't know, because like I mean if you got a fucking I don't know if you got a fucking dwarf lurker, I just keep thinking of fucking what was his fucking name? Oh god, not dwarf, but it was the comedian that he did the famous like fishing episodes and shit. And he looked like he put his knees on
Is that Ray
shoes.
Stevens?
Not right. No, it was he was part of like the Carol Burnett show and shit.
Joy Behar.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
God damn it. God damn you. Hold on. Let's see.
What are we talking about?
Tim Conway?
Tim Conway. That's who it was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can remember whether it was like dwarf or something like that.
Fred the Dorfman?
Huh?
Because they're never are they officially called dwarf lurkers? Or do we know that for certain?
I don't know. I mean, she said
Because nothing's actually given like any type of
they
official
never actually
name.
say.
It's like the sphere. The spheres are just called, like the spheres.
What is? No, I didn't click. What the fuck is this bullshit? I hate my phone. Yeah,
Everything's very basic, The tall man's the tall man,
right?
It's like, oh, the sphere is a sphere.
What is
Like nothing gets any kind of cool name.
A dwarf lurker is a creature that can refer to different things depending on the fictional universe it comes from. It most commonly refers to dwarf-sized minion of the tall man from the Phantasm movies, or the lurker necromorph from the Dead Space video games.
Okay.
All right. So
There we go. All right.
The official title.
The official title.
Dwarf lurker. You fucking dwarf lurker.
The DLs. We'll keep them on the DLs.
Keep it on the DL. Because they're very low to the ground.
Ding ding.
I'm trying to think. Whenever they do that, and then they think, see, I like that scene always weird because it's cut weird. Because you think like Mike went to go take care of this shit, or not Mike, Jody. I always fucking whatever.
Yeah.
But then like you think he goes there, but then after they find the ice cream truck and shit, then like Mike goes back home and Jody's just sitting there because he's sitting there by the fireplace. He closes his eyes and then like next thing you know, he's in the funeral home.
Yeah.
And then whenever Mike comes home, he wakes up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "They're all dead."
Yeah, because wasn't there was two women in the car with Mike, right?
Yeah, it was Sally and Susie.
There you go. So they get dragged off into the night.
Yeah. And then Reggie's gone.
And then Reggie's gone. And you think everybody's dead.
The sphere is a sentinel sphere.
There you go. Cuisinart.
You are hired. You are hired.
So I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, they all get taken away. They get taken back to the funeral home, but nothing ever happens to them. Even later on, Reg says, "Oh, because you think he's dead."
The Nerf herder, like a Nerf herder,
a scruffy looking one. Reg is okay, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I found the others, and they're okay, and they took off into the night or whatever."
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Well, it's just funny because whenever they're like, "You okay?" and he's like, "Well, I'm not 3'2" yet, so I'm doing all right."
There's a lot of fun one-liners through all these movies. Usually Reggie's the one that says them, but those moments where it's like that's what some of the comedy part of it earlier is like. I think that comedy and horror work together, and a lot of times, especially in a movie like this, like the movie's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be so serious, but it's like those moments are just perfect. Like when Reggie says something completely smart assy, or if somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you're right, we're good." It's just like I don't know. It works so well in these movies.
Yeah. But then it's funny too, because then like, was that before? When does the tall man show up to the house and kidnap him?
Who?
Mike.
You
Remember,
mean at the end?
he goes downstairs and he opens the door and the tall man's there.
That's when he breaks out of the
Oh.
room, isn't it?
I thought so, but I didn't. Did he
Yeah.
take? He took Mike to the thing, right?
He takes Mike back to the funeral home, but because Jody's already left.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't fucking remember now.
Yeah, because whenever he fires off the shotgun hammer, fucking Mike or Jody had just walked outside and he started his car right before the shot. So he pulled out the driveway at the exact same time, which I don't know how he didn't hear it anyway. Because he definitely would have heard that shit outside. But then they go there, then they meet each other up, and then Jody's been there so many times that like he finds that fucked up room with the I guess like the Roman heads above it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And that's whenever they open it up and then they find all the kegs with people in it or whatever.
The barrels.
And then the 2 silver poles that are giant tuning forks. That
Them silver poles.
dollar bills, y'all.
That's what I was thinking too. Seen a lot of dancing going on around those.
Well,
That
I mean,
seems weird too.
when you have female dwarf lurking strippers, you need a pole that size for the dwarf lurkers they're stripping.
It's a little person night at the strip club. Let's go.
That's kind of what one of my friends used to. He was like, dude, there was, what was her, Bridget the Midget? You remember her? Yeah.
Mijit.
Yeah, she was disgusting.
She was always on Howard Stern.
He went to go meet her at I can't remember what club it was at, and I was told that she acted like a complete, like she was a foul individual. She was eating food off the floor, and she was just being just
At a strip club?
yeah. Well, they had like a buffet and shit.
Oh,
Which, by the way,
dirty ass floor.
Deja vu.
Maybe, because I know that they're famous for that shit too. Or maybe was it Spearmint Rhino? I don't know. Platinum Plus.
Female dwarf lurker stripper poles.
That's my theory.
Wait. Female dwarf lurker strippers. I think I have a new book idea.
Oh Jesus.
No, far from.
I'm in love with the female dwarf lurking stripper. Doesn't have the same ring.
No, it really doesn't.
No,
I'd be willing to listen to it.
I like it.
Yeah.
That scene in that room is fucking nuts because like the lights go out, and then you hear the snarling of a fucking dwarf lurking stripper, and then you hear like Jody like yelling for Mike, and then next thing you don't hear Jody, then you hear Mike, and then next thing you know you don't hear him, then you just hear Reggie, and then the lights come back on.
Yeah. And then nobody can find each other. Like I think Jody's outside. The
Mike's in the
pole-
woods. Or no,
Yeah, the
Mike's
pole-
walking around outside the thing.
The poles are trying to suck Reggie in.
Yeah.
He gets out, and then like the wind's blowing everywhere. It's pure pandemonium here at the funeral home.
Yeah. It's crazy because then like he hears like the vibrating or whatever. And he's like, it might be a good idea to touch these poles. And then he does, and then it's just like, that was a bad idea. But whenever he does, though, like the one chick, like, kind of like standing behind Jody because she pulls out that knife, and then whenever he touches him, like, she freaks out, like the impulse or whatever stopped, and then it kind of like cut communication off from them for some reason. But then it just starts sucking all the barrels in. And then somehow Reggie doesn't get hit by any barrels, and he manages to crawl his ass out of there.
Yeah. Because Reggie,
I don't know how he missed all those barrels. Like that was pretty good.
Yeah.
But we did get a glimpse into the nether region and what the tall man's up to.
True.
You know, creating little monster slaves
It's a different dimension
for this red planet.
Whoa.
How bizarre.
Lurker kegs blowing all over. Fucking
What?
shit everywhere. Fucking lurkers.
Blowing them lurker kegs.
We're gonna have fun with this word now.
Yeah. Dwarf lurkers.
Do they? You think they get all? They all get together and do a circle lurk?
A lurk hockey. Shut up, Chuck. Okay. Anyway. Canceled. Anyway.
But then somehow Reg ends up getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
He goes outside and sees Sally laying on the ground, and then he runs over, and then she pulls out a knife and guts him. I'm like, man, that's a bummer.
It's
Fucking bummer.
Yeah, it is.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna fix everything in post.
Which, I mean, there was a lot in going to skip it up way, because in the other films, in the fourth one and fifth one, I think, right, there was a lot of footage that was taken out of the first movie that they added into the sequels.
Yeah, because originally this one was 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking nuts.
A lot of I can only imagine the 3 hour cut of this.
We gotta find it.
Some serious lurking.
Mad lurkers.
Yeah. Lurk enough, you may find. Bye.
Come on. Well, this came out in '79. We got a few years till the next anniversary. So Coscarelli, let's get the special Lurkers edition.
That's what they should call it too. That'd be dope.
That would be
3 hour
cool.
cut.
I wouldn't be mad about it either, though, because this movie, like, it's just so bizarre.
How bizarre!
How bizarre! How bizarre!
Call it the Lurker Sphere edition.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The movie keeps your attention. I mean, because like it's what, like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so bizarre. Like, you can't, like, you don't get bored really either, because like you're just like, what the fuck is going on at one point? But then it kind of like skips around a little bit, then you're still like, what the fuck's going on? But you're not mad. Like, you're just like, okay, I'm in.
It's so many weird edits, man. Like earlier on in the film when Mike's underneath the car working on it, and the little lurker ends up pulling the thing out, and the car comes down on him, but it doesn't hurt him, and then magically this is one of the best shots. So he's stuck underneath the car, right? And then he looks over and he sees these little baby feet.
Yeah.
And he hits it with whatever tool he's working with, and it's Jody. Then suddenly magically he's out from underneath this car where he's trapped.
He just like rolls out too. Like, he's just
and these baby feet belong to his brother.
His older brother.
Yeah.
You got them little baby feet.
Little baby feet.
You got them little lurker feet.
Yeah.
Special Director's Cut Lurker Edition.
Yeah, I'm all about this idea now. I think we need to write Coscarelli.
Yeah, go on X, also known as Twitter. Let them know. Tag Coscarelli. Say we need the Lurker Edition 3 hour cut, because we need to see what's up. We need to get fucked up and watch this fucked up cut.
I need that cut of the movie. A bag of shrooms, a bag of weed, and
you end up in another dimension.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, he's gonna be holding some poles.
That's not where I was going with that, Chad. But whatever.
Well, he's going skiing on those poles.
God damn it.
Pizza slice French fries, Chuck. Just remember.
But like, have you all seen all the Phantasm films, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen the last one.
Oh, Ravager, you haven't seen that one? That one, that's the reason why I ended up buying the collection that came out when that came out or whatever, because it has all of them, including that one. It's actually pretty decent. I like it. It's interesting.
That's whenever Reggie goes full fucking Ash Williams.
Yeah, completely.
I think that's not the one with the 3-barrel shotgun.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been minutes.
It's either that one or the fourth one.
I thought it was in the third one.
What?
The three barrel.
See, I thought it was in the fourth one.
It might be. Though the third and the fourth one kind of.
I mean,
it's kind of like Halloween 4 and 5.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Halloween 4 and 5. They kind of blend in. You kind of can't remember which one's which.
I really think the last time I seen any of these was whenever we did all of them.
Yeah.
Way back when we started this channel.
Yeah.
I think it was like episode 21, and we were on there with JB, and that's whenever I missed pretty much 80% of the show because I was getting tattooed.
Yeah.
Well, the quad barrel is in the second one.
Okay. Is it not in the other ones though?
Yeah, you keep saying what?
I thought it was triple barrel.
No, it's 4. There's 4. He took 2 double barrel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Why am I
put them
saying,
together? That's the
thinking?
second one. The second one is whenever him and Mike they're on, like, they get in the car and they're like going east or whatever, and they stop off and they're like, oh, let's go shopping, and they go around the store, and that's where Mike makes the flamethrower thing, and Reggie makes the quad barrel.
Okay. What was I thinking? Okay.
I was like, what are these guys talking about? This triple barrel. I was like,
what movie am I thinking of though?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
There's another movie that has a triple barrel, but yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because it's like in this movie, like it's fucked up because after they do all that shit at the fucking funeral home, then like Mike starts screaming, and then he just wakes up in Reggie's arms, and he's like, "You're having a bad dream, man." And he's like, "They fucking got Mike. They got this person." He's like, "No, Mike died in a car accident years ago." Like,
Jody.
Jody died in a car accident. Blah blah blah. And he's like, "I've been taking care of you since." Like, and I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like, it was all a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The movie and once you watch this film, you almost have to, like, you just automatically want to watch the other ones.
I wanted to watch 2 after this, but I had to do Sturdy show, so I was like, "Fuck."
Well, it's like I said. I mean, like, you know, I watched the second one first, and then I watched the original. And when I watched the original, I was like, I've got to see all of these, and it was hard as hell to find the third and the fourth one.
Yeah,
you couldn't find it anywhere because there wasn't all the streaming shit that there is now
back then.
Yeah, they're all in the cock now.
But yeah, and I'm very glad about it. But it was the most sought out movie for me for a while. Was the third and the fourth one, and then finally all of a sudden they ended up coming. I don't know. There was like this. What's the word I'm looking for? There was this. No, there was just like more of like a surfacing of people who started to.
We're servicing people.
No. But I mean, like that actually brought this movie back. You know, people started actually talking about Phantasm again. You know, there for a long time, I mentioned Phantasm to people, and they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And now you mention Phantasm to a good, you know, amount of horror fans or whatever, that they all know what you're talking about. Like, it's I don't know, and they had some. I saw some really cool shirts for the third one, for Lord of the Dead, and I always like that title too.
That's a good title.
Yeah. Now I'm just rambling.
Or it says there's an Australian film called The Undead where there is a triple barrel shotgun. I don't think that's what we're thinking about.
Oh shit, The Undead! I love that fucking movie. That may be what I'm thinking of. Have you ever seen that movie?
I don't believe.
Oh, dude, you gotta check it out. It's pretty cool. Like, there's this whole scene with this guy. Like, he's like a cowboy looking dude or whatever, and he does this whole thing with, like, he gets up on a chandelier and spins around and shoots. It's a pretty good movie. I haven't watched it in forever. I almost forgot about that one. Yeah.
Mike's got a meatball in his hand.
A squished up baked potato. No.
Of course it is.
It's just the tall man's lunch.
But then,
lunchtime's about to begin.
The end's funny too, because then like fucking Mike goes upstairs to go to bed or whatever, and they're about to go take a cross country trip, and then he goes,
in the middle of the night, Reggie's like, "Hey, let's just go. You know, wherever we end up."
It's like, we'll leave at 7 a.m.
Leave at sunrise. Go pack your shit.
Yeah. So he goes upstairs and fucking closes his closet and looks up and sees fucking the tall man, then turns around, then he gets snatched up through the fucking mirror. Game over, man. Game over.
Boy.
So
Such
they
a good
swerve
line.
you. They swerve you, and they do the finish that everybody hates, where it turns out to be all a dream. You're like, oh great, I just spent the last hour and a half watching shit that wasn't even real.
Yeah.
Then it goes upstairs, and then it was real.
Yeah.
Or was it? You don't know. Now your fucking brain's fucked.
So then you got to watch part 2.
Yeah.
And then part two gets a lot of shit. I like part 2, but it gets a lot of shit. It gets a lot of shit because of the guy that plays Mike in it.
Yeah.
Because the other guy comes back later on, but
Yeah.
people really didn't like him as him at all. So
People fear change.
they do, they really do. But it's actually a good one.
I thought he was a better actor. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
obviously, A. Michael Baldwin in the first one's young, but I mean, the second one is almost just a rehash. I mean, all these films are just a rehashing of the original.
One.
Yeah. But you look at the first one and then you look at the second one, and it's like, okay, we're not going to do all these crazy fucking edits. It's pieced together better, and it looks better, and it runs smoother, and it has a cleaner look, a better budget, to where it's like, okay, we fixed the things that were wrong with the first one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Which is why these movies, like, it's when people tell me they don't like, but when I have conversations with people who don't like these movies and they start telling me why, it does get kind of aggravating because I can't actually disagree with them on certain things. Sure. I'm like, I get that, like, but what is it? What does it all mean? I'm like, that's the question. What does it all mean?
What does it all mean, Basil?
Yeah.
James LaGrosse was the guy that played Mike in the second one.
Oh, okay, but he's been a bunch of shit. That he's just one of those guys you see in movies. You're like, oh, he's like the henchman or some shit,
Right.
He's the bully,
He was in Point Break.
Yeah. He was in Drop Zone also. What is it with you in that movie?
I don't know. It turned into a thing.
Fucking thing.
Shouldn't, but okay. It is. The Undead is a badass movie. We should totally like watch that and discuss it sometime. We need to write that down.
The Undead.
The Undead. If you all would just excuse me for a moment to talk amongst yourselves, I have to go take care of some business real fast, but I will return momentarily.
So what? You're just going to be lurking?
Not until after the show, Mike. Anyway,
lurking in the dark with silver poles.
But yeah, that's one of the worst endings whenever they do that in a film.
Oh, I hate the dream ending. That's just such a cop out.
It's like, come on,
just the easy way to get rid of something.
But I might give this one a pass just because they bring back Reggie.
Yeah,
they flip flop it, so it's like you think Reggie's dead and Jody's alive, and then boom, swerve, Reggie's alive and Jody's dead, and I'm like, okay, that works for me.
But then he says, I don't get it. Like he says he died in a car accident, but then he still has the car.
Yeah.
So apparently he didn't total his car. He just died.
Well, somehow this car keeps reappearing. It like in the second one, it flips and explodes. They're like they keep getting this car somehow. It just keeps reappearing somehow, and which is fine. Great muscle car.
And then I guess since Reggie has custody over Mike, that he actually got the car from Jody somehow whenever he died. I don't know.
I think Coscarelli just loves, like, there's in all the different films, there's always like a shot where somebody is like driving and they hit like a rock or something, and the car goes flying and flips and then slides. I don't know what it is, but I think Coscarelli just loves doing that. Car crashes.
I wonder how many cars they used for this.
I don't know, but it's painful. Like, especially in the second one, when you see that car get totaled and then it explode, and it's like, oh man, that's such a nice car.
It is. It's a fucking dope ass car. And then, like, depending on how many they use for this movie, which I figure with the budget and shit is probably just the one. like I don't know if they ever got any extra ones for the sequels or not, but I mean it's kind of like the same thing with like the General Lee and Dukes of Hazzard. Like that's why fucking like the 70 Chargers are so much money these days because they fucking destroyed half the line making that fucking show.
Yeah.
Maybe the car is related to Christine. That'd be an interesting take. Just fixes itself. It's like these guys are the heroes. They need me.
So this is like the good version of Christine.
Yeah.
The baby face car.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I'd probably take the Cuda bet over that fucking, what is that, a Bel Air?
No. Let's see. Let's Chuck, weigh in. Would you rather have the Hemi? Would you rather have the Hemi Cuda or would you have Christine?
The Hemi.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, because Christine would probably kill me.
We're saying if it's like the same because we were talking about maybe the car was related to Christine.
Because I was saying how like this car, throughout the franchise, it keeps coming back. Like in the second one, they flip it and it explodes. It's like it's always there, no matter what. And then Chad was talking about how Jody died in the car wreck, but then the car is still there. So, how does this car keep coming back? And Tamara suggested maybe it's related to Christine and somehow, or it just heals itself and comes back. But
it might have to do with
the good version.
You could look at it like it's all because of the different dimensions. Like in another dimension,
the multiverse.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what Phantasm is. That's what pretty much the whole franchise is. They're going in and out of different dimensions. They go from the regular world to this weird trauma type universe to this almost like spaced out crazy shit. Like so like I could see it being like a dimensional thing.
Which one's the one where they end up in the desert? Is that the third one?
Third one. Yeah. Because that's for the boy and also he gets is that with the
that's with Rocky.
Yeah.
With the nunchucks.
Yeah, which man, and the recurring theme throughout these movies is poor Reggie. He's just trying to get laid, and every way he turned, it backfires on him.
I'll tell you what, going back and watching these, if people haven't seen the Phantasm films before and they go and watch it now, like the younger viewers, they're like, "Oh man, this guy is like a sexual predator."
Right? Yeah. There's a lot of red flags of Reggie back in the day, but because,
it was back. It was a different time, but
way different.
But still, I mean, it's like in the second one, like I think Mike is asleep, and then he has a dream about that girl. And then he wakes up, and then she's in the back seat, and Reg just picked up this hitchhiking girl, not to help her, but because it gets lonesome on the road, and he has intentions of fucking her.
Yeah.
And then in the third one, they get to the hotel, and he goes in, and the guy's like, "Do you want queen bed or twin beds?" And he's like, "Just give me the queen." And he goes out. He's like, "Oh man, they only had a queen left." And he's like, "Hey, Tim, you're gonna sleep in the car tonight, right, buddy?" And she's like, "Oh no, it'll be cold. You can come in. We'll make room." And he's like, "No." And gets her in the room alone. And then he's just like, it's a little creepy. He's like, come on, Rocky. And he's like playing with her ear and everything like that. And she's like, "All right." And then she climbs on top of him and handcuffs him. And it's like, "All right, sweet dreams."
Yeah. But I mean, we've all known that guy that just thinks that they may not be like that bad overall.
The funny part is he's so much older than these women, and he thinks like, oh yeah, it's the girl in the second one, Alchemy, is her name.
Yeah.
She ends up going for him, and then like she's like riding him like a freaking rodeo.
Yeah,
I mean,
I love like this.
I love your bald head, Reg. Oh, I love your bald head.
There's a lot of female names. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make you mad or whatever, but there's a lot of female names out there that I stay away from.
Kemi,
Faith, Fate, Hope, and Alchemy. That just doesn't work for me.
You actually know somebody in real life that's named Alchemy?
No. But if I ever met her, I'm like, "You're trouble."
Yeah.
Like that is not a name that
Red flag. Gotta go.
Yeah. Because every one of those names that I just mentioned, I have known, and they're all totally the opposite of what their names stand for. That's all I'm saying.
And it's so weird later on in the franchise because they keep like driving around to each of these towns, and it seems like they've just been driving for months and months and months, and somehow they're still like in Oregon. It's like, oh, we're going east, and it's like, oh no, Eastern Oregon. Like I think they at part 3 they make it to like Idaho. It's like, wait, how long does it take you to get somewhere?
Yeah,
there's lots of stops on the way. They see all the tourist stuff.
Because I think he even said in part 2, he's like, oh, because Mike kept dreaming about that girl, Liz, and he's like, oh, you said that 6 months ago, and I'm like, 6 months? What the fuck have they been doing for 6 months?
Driving around in circles.
I remember.
Yeah, there's always that guy, and like he goes from high school being like, hey, what's on, ladies? You know, and in high school he may get the ladies, right? But he gets older, and unfortunately, he goes for a little bit younger, and they
he's like McConaughey in Dazed and Confused.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Exactly. He's that guy that thinks it's always going to work. Doesn't matter. They're always going to fall for it.
And they stay the same age.
Which I think is the joke about Reggie.
Wooderson.
Yeah, that's his name.
It's the joke, and it's like if you're old timers like us, you get it. But at the same, if you're a young kid and watching it, you're like, "Oh, this is fucked up.
It's
like,
problematic.
Cancel this franchise.
Canceled.
This guy's a predator."
Shut the fuck up and have a Coke.
So sorry, Reggie. These girls don't have daddy issues. You're all alone.
But we do not. The video store clerks do not condone that behavior with women.
No.
Women are to be respected.
Very much so.
You're not getting
in this situation. Which Reggie, the thing about Reggie though is he's not like real creeper status. I mean, okay, his intentions are not really that great, but he also will protect and fight for these women.
Well, it doesn't help that he's driving an ice cream truck either.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but the thing is,
hey, Mike,
goes to protect sweet treats.
But hey, Mike, I picked up a hitchhiker. I want to fuck her.
But the thing is, though, is like he saves them. He saves them, and he protects
You're thinking
them
with the wrong head.
But the bad thing is after he like he saves them or whatever the fuck, he still makes the flirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, come on. Like you saved her. All right, she's appreciative. No, she's not going to show her your tits or show her tits to you. There we go. I couldn't talk. I blame the Coors. Anyway,
I do that.
Happens.
All right, gentlemen. Anything else to add to this Phantasm? Just the first one?
Just the first one.
Just the first one. I think it's great. I think it's fun. It's weird. It's trippy. It's got creepy moments. It's got funny moments. It's got heart in a lot of moments. And the tall man is probably one of the eeriest villains in a horror franchise. And yeah, I highly recommend it. If people haven't seen this movie, you've been sleeping, because you're going to watch this, and then if you like the first one, you're going to want to go on to the rest of them, as you should. Blah blah. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I can show the next one.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, the tall man resonates so much because it's something that you see. You see them like older guys that like kind of look creepy and eerie or whatever, especially if they work in a funeral home or anything like that. So you already have this preconceived notion of okay, funeral homes are creepy, but then when you got this older guy that's like gray hair, stringy gray hair, and it just looks so menacing and evil, people can relate to that, as opposed to like a Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or something otherworldly. This is a regular guy, even though he has otherworldly powers. So, a lot of things are very relatable, especially, when kids were watching this back in the 70s, it gives you that idea, like I said, it's a coming of age tale for Mike, where, he's getting to do all the things that kids, think about, especially back then. It's like, oh, he's drinking beer, he's he's toting a gun, like he's got a knife on his side. He's going around and getting to see titties in the graveyard and doing all this stuff,
Titties in the graveyard. That's a title.
So for the younger kids back in the 70s, that's basically everybody, wanted to do those sort of things. And at the same time, he's getting older, but it's not like I said, like Breakfast Club or any of these films where you're coming of age in a normal world where you're just trying to figure out who you are and everything like that. In this world, you're dealing with creatures, lurkers, tall men, spheres. It's such a bizarre combination of things that are being thrust upon this kid, and the overall the underlying theme to all of this is death. Because that's the biggest fear for most people. What, Chad? What's so funny?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
No, but the one shit I forgot too is remember he gets snatched up by Mike gets snatched up by the tall man, and then he's in the back of the hearse, and he realizes he has that gun, and then he shoots the back window out, and then he shoots the tire out, then he dives, through the fucking window, and then the car wrecks and blows up, and he's just like, what the fuck?
That happens again later on. I think that
that dive just looks fucking great though, and he's just diving out the back of the hearse window.
Well, that happens whenever in part 3 when Tim they do the flashback to where Tim and his mom are in the cemetery burying his dad, and they walk away, and then they turn around and they see the tall man messing with the casket. So the mother is like, "Oh, stay here," and she goes over, and then she gets dragged into the hearse, and then Tim runs over and jumps in the back, and then whenever he opens it up, opens up the
titties in the graveyard.
Whenever he opens the coffin,
working on it.
The dad, the zombie dad, has killed the mom. So then he dives out the window to get away from it. So it's like, apparently you can just dive out the back of hearse windows and be unscathed.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I got to throw something at you real quick. So funeral directors and stuff, kind of seems creepy, whatever the hell. Back when I used to work at a Rite Aid in old Winchester, Kentucky, we had a regular who would hit up the wine aisle. And he was a funeral director, and he was one of the funniest guys. And the first time that I met him when I started working there, it was great. He comes in, goes down the wine aisle, and he comes back or whatever. And there's these 2 old women. They're old women, and he holds the door open for them, and they're just whatever. And he goes, "That's okay. I'll be seeing you soon." And I looked at him and I was like, "Aren't you a funeral director?" And he goes, "That's exactly what I meant." And I was like, "All right." Wow. Morbid sense of humor. He was
like
awesome.
Tony Todd in Final Destination.
Right. Yeah. It's always, I always got a kick out of that though. It's like, that's fucking hilarious.
Did the funeral director ever come to the Rite Aid and ask you, "Hey, you got any Robitussin? Because I've been coughing."
No.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. The underlying theme here is death and how people are afraid of death. So you mix that in with this interdimensional buttfuck of a story. This is so fucking weird. The edits are crazy in this original film.
It's so good, though.
If you've never seen it before and you go and watch it, and it's going to be a mixed bag. People are going to hate it. Some people are going to be like, "Oh, this is great." You got to take it at face value. Just consider the entertainment. Consider, the value of the tall man, the spheres.
Maybe a drum roll.
And all that. It's entertaining, to say the least. It might not be the best story. It might not even be a story at all. It might not be. It might just be a dream. But you're going to have fun, and you're going to see something different because it's very unique. There's so many different horror flicks, that are modern, and it's just the same formula. Some kids are, getting chased by some madman. This is a little bit different and has unique story to it.
To me, this is one of those like movies that would be a remote dropper for me. Like if I would see it on TV, I would just stop.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's also wholesome in a lot of ways too. Because when you deal with death and grief, you know what I mean? Like there's in the way that this movie kind of goes with the brothers and all that stuff, and it's a recurring theme throughout of it. You know, just how it's like, no matter what, they're always with you, kind of thing. You know, so yeah, which I can't go into further with that. You need to watch all these movies and understand. You know, that's how I look at it. If you like the first one, take the ride, buy the ticket, take the ride, and watch all of them.
Going back to about the Lurker edition, like I know they did a 40th anniversary edition, so I don't know if they have anything from the original cut on there or not. I didn't look at the specs on the back. It is a creepy ass movie.
I agree.
Never been officially released.
That's a bummer, man.
Well, we need to make a petition.
At least for like the 50th anniversary,
right? Like give us that 3 hours. We need it.
It's only what 3.5 years off.
Right.
That's what I said. Right around the corner, 29.
Yeah. But all right, gentlemen, let's move along here and hop on this clip of the week and see what the fuck we got in here this week that might get us kicked.
Creeping up,
boy.
Creeping up on you. There we go. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Shout out Rico Browning.
Come with me. Fuck, I love that movie.
Yeah, man. One of the best Universal.
Doesn't get nearly the love that it should get.
Agreed. I still wish that they were able to pull it together to do a remake, reboot, whatever, with the creature from Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Gilman.
I actually have
old Gilman
mask in my wish list or whatever on Amazon that I wanted to get of the creature, but it's a bit pricey still.
It's long overdue. It's one of those ones where they've done werewolf stuff recently. Now they've been focusing on Frankenstein. Guillermo del Toro has his Frankenstein.
Vampire shit.
Maggie Gyllenhaal has the Bride. Coming
out soon too.
Yeah, really, and I actually just got to see the trailer for that recently, and it's a very different take on the Bride.
Yeah,
very.
No, I don't understand why they because man, the Gilman is one that a lot of horror fans love. Yeah. A lot of people I know will be like, oh yeah, man, fucking Creature from Black Lagoon all the way. And it's like, come on. Oh, I think it has something to do with they can't really fit some kind of agenda on it. Because, like, if you saw what they did to Invisible Man, that piece of shit movie they made not too long ago, movie was horrible. They turned it into something totally different than it needed to be. They turned it into some kind of agenda fucking movie. And I feel like that's probably why that it'll probably, if they make it, it'll be like the last one they make, because they're trying to fit some kind of angle on it. Which they do in every movie, every horror movie now. And it can't just be, a creature is on the loose and killing people, and we have to figure out how to stop it. They can't just do that. It has to be something deeper,
I would say if they ever did make another one, they should get either the dude that played the fucking the Aqua guy thing in Hellboy.
Hellboy, yeah, I thought the same thing. Yep.
Or David Howard Thornton.
Yeah, but
he's so good at like gesturing without talking. Like I think he's fucking mastered that shit.
What was his name?
I'm glad that you feel that way too. A lot. I have actually talked to people who actually like that movie, and I'm like, why?
Ain't nothing better than the memoirs of the Invisible Man with Chevy Chase.
Oh, whatever. Like it's funny, whatever. But no, like the original Invisible Man, like those first couple movies, I love them.
Doug Jones.
Doug Jones.
Yeah.
Ape Sapien.
Yep.
All right. So here it is. Here's the pitch. Gilman versus Aquaman. Jones, Momoa. Blockbuster.
God, no. I mean, Momoa's cool and all, but no.
After that last Aquaman piece of shit, I hope not.
Well, I mean, you've heard the rumors about him fucking the fish.
Thought that was Tom Cruise.
No. At least that's what Peacemaker says.
All right, guys, let's run some ads.
What just happened here?
Why not?
Let's see what we got this week here on your ad program. We need some new ads.
Hey everybody, Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. See some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. If you haven't already, please head over and subscribe. 7,800 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. You know him from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Nasty Nation, Graveyard Talk, and the Video Store Clerks Podcast. He is the creator of Stoner Gore, Jack Nasty! And if you're looking for the latest in extreme horror, head over to Amazon.com, look up Chuck Nasty, and the following titles are available. Along with the latest album, Decay of Man, from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube now.
Don't forget about Twisted Eyeball Juice, my recent collection of short stories. Most of them have been juicy. And most of the stories have been in other anthologies, except for one of them. And The Rocking Chair, which is a nice little novella. It's a quick read, fun story, and I'm really proud of it. And everyone should go read it and then post how amazing all my stuff is. Please buy my product. There you go.
How do you have to buy it?
Look at that. Look at that damn book right there. That it just looks good, man. It just looks good.
Uh-oh. In a Cartman voice. He's a goddamn fish fucker.
Hey, goddamn fish fucker. Nice. But yeah. No. Have you read it yet, Mike? Have you had a chance to
I'm reading it right now. Dear Ryan, the no good son, and to Amanda, the white trash whore, we have a big fucking problem here, kids. Do you jerk-offs not think I wouldn't fucking find out you stole from me?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. There's a whole lot more twists in that book than people realize. And a lot of people seem to really enjoy it. So I highly recommend checking out The Rocking Chair.
Twisting and turning.
Oh yeah. Well, gentlemen, next week I think we're going to do a little traveling. I say we head on up to Jersey to Tromaville and visit Uncle Lloyd. And let's talk a little Terror Firmer, 1999 release.
We're going to get firmer. We're going to get terror firmer.
Yeah. I've been doing squats.
Wow. So we're going to have a little trauma fun next week, folks, man. We've been kicking it on the highway to Halloween here at the video store. We've been hitting different eras. You know, we went back to the 60s with Black Sabbath. We did 70s with Phantasm. We did 80s with Demons. We're doing 90s now with some Terror Firmer coming up. So spooky season's in full effect, y'all. Go watch some Terror Firmer, some comedy, horror, trauma fucking shit going on. And join us next week. I believe where was Terror Firmer at? It's streaming.
I think it was on Tubi. If not, you can go to the you can do the free trial on Trauma Now. They have everything Trauma's ever bought and released everything because they've done all their movies are on there, and then everything they picked up along the way and distributed. Joyzy. Where Michelle's from. There we go. We're going to go visit Michelle and Uncle Lloyd.
It's on Plex. It's on Amazon Prime, Sling TV. So there you go.
There you go.
So
Got
go
option.
ahead. Go ahead. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out Terra Firma. Join the Video Store Clerks next week.
Sure does rock.
You can owe me another coat.
God damn it. I'll just send you a 6-pack.
Cool with that.
But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, Terra Firma. Again, since last week, we've got 6 new subscribers. So thank you. Thank you, old and new. And keep watching. Stay creepy. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Boy.
The funeral stops again.
Hey, who the fuck are these lurkers?
Quit lurking off and get back to work.